man. Pay attention.
What's up, guys? Brallus here, and let's talk about this game, Vigor, or or however you say it. This game launched on the Xbox preview program in, I believe, July 2018. I believe it was July 31st, and I remember downloading it, and I was like, it's a post-apocalyptic Norway online survival game. Not really, it's a battle royale in a sense, but not quite a battle royale. It's more so, I guess, heavily influenced by Escape from Tarkov. If you've played Escape from Tarkov, you know that game isn't necessarily a battle royale. What the game does is you jump into a match and you go in with whatever loadout you decide to go in with. And when you come out of the match, whether you survive or not, you either, if you die, you lose all the gear that you went in with, or if you make it out with some loot or maybe some gear that you stole from other players that you killed, you make out with their loot, and then you kind of stack the loot. So that was kind of how Escape from Tarkov works. Now, Vigor works very similar, almost the same exact way, except what I like about it is that it has a foundation in place to where it encourages you to get as much loot as possible during the match, and gives you an incentive to do so and why you'd want to. So unlike Escape from Tarkov, there wasn't really a point besides just getting the next best gun and next best supplies, or not supplies, but more so upgrades and parts for your gun so you can craft new guns or modify your guns, and it was kind of confusing. But enough of that, let's go straight into it. Let's talk about the graphics. So the graphics in this game have come a long way since its release on July 2018. And that's actually saying a lot, because when this game first came out, it looked like a Rusty Dog's asshole.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
I mean, it just looked bad, okay? And I'm playing on a 1X, and it was bad. The frame rate was trash. It needed a lot of work to be done, but it was early access, right? So I gave it a break. But I'm actually really surprised at how they stuck with the game, because it didn't seem like a very popular game. If you go on Twitch, there's only about 42, 43 concurrent players watching, not just streaming, watching the Vigor streams. So it's kind of an underground game, but for an underground game, it runs Unreal Engine 4, and this game was developed by Bohemia Interactive, which also made DayZ.
Oh, I got him too. What's up?
So I was like, all right, I'm going to put this game on my radar, and I'm going to follow it and see how it turns out. Luckily, they decided to stick with the game, unlike DayZ.
Got him!
And they stuck it all the way through, and they really updated the graphics and really gave it a wholehearted facelift. Being that it's Unreal Engine 4, there's a lot of different biomes that you go in. You'll go into snowy maps, you'll go into maps that are in the mountains. All the rocks, all the textures, the mud textures, the snow textures, they all look very precise and very clean and very pretty. The mud looks dirty. The sand looks grainy, so it's a very attractive looking game, at least on the 1X. I've heard from people that are playing on a base Xbox or an Xbox One S that it looks like dog shit. So I guess it really depends on what you play on, but I really am impressed with the graphics, especially for a free-to-play game. And overall, it looked great. The character models looked on point. The shadows were great. You can hide in the shadows, hide in the bushes. The foliage looked really good. The anti-aliasing. Overall, it's a very good-looking game.
Man, these iron sights suck. Shit, sorry, I got him. Got him. Oh no! You walked right in front of me!
Sound-wise, let's talk about the sound, because in these types of games where survival matters, you've got to have good sound design. So with this game, the sound is hit or miss, okay? And what I mean by that is that you can hear the footsteps, just like PUBG, just like any battle royale game you play, even Tarkov, right? The sounds sound really good, but the thing is I think that they have the directional audio a little off. You'll hear footsteps from your character, like, for example, I'll crouch, and I'll move one step forward, and then when I move that step forward, it makes like 2-step sounds. So sometimes you'll hear in your own head like, oh my god, I can hear somebody around me. But the thing is that there's nobody around you. So it's a little weird. Once you get used to it, you kind of pick up that it's just like more of an audio glitch, I guess. But it's kind of off-putting at first, because and it happens once in a while. Even when you get used to it, you're just like, oh, I hear somebody. They're coming. What is that noise? Oh, it's my own footsteps. So it gets a little annoying sometimes.
Hello. Gotcha.
Now, the gun sounds I'm actually pretty impressed with. Again, this is a completely free-to-play game, guys, and it doesn't have any paywalls, right? It seems very fair so far, but we'll get to the microtransactions in a second. I'm actually really impressed with the gun sounds. The gun sounds sound very authentic. It sounds, I guess the gun sounds sound like they pack a punch.
What is this? It's called a punch.
It sounds like they actually recorded real gun audio, and I'm really impressed with that. I didn't really expect that out of a game of this caliber, but they went above and beyond as far in the audio department with the guns, and I'm very impressed with that. Now, one honorable mention I have is the weather effects. The rain, the way it beats off the water, and you can hear it. You can hear the thunder. The thunder sounds very atmospheric. So it's, in terms of atmosphere and immersion, I think the game does a really good job. Now, we're all very desensitized to the types of like battle royale games that come out nowadays. There's a battle royale around every corner. I mean, fucking Battlefield has a battle royale, okay? The new Call of Duty, Black Ops 4 had a battle royale. Even Modern Warfare is going to have a battle royale. So we're all kind of used to the battle royale formula, and it doesn't really have that like impact that it used to. Even Escape from Tarkov, I think Escape from Tarkov still has that, intensity that, you start sweating a little bit, you start beating, and you start feeling like, oh shit, oh my God, there's somebody around the corner, and you get that sense of immersion. And I haven't felt that in a while in a game, especially like a battle royale type game like this. Now, I am happy to report that this game holds up in that department. I haven't felt this kind of intense, I guess you could say, in a long time with a game like this, and I thought it was really cool. I was starting to sweat, my pits were sweating, my palms were sweating. When I get in those encounters, you really feel like you have something to lose. Damn, yeah.
Oh shit, no. 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. 2, 1. Holy fuck.
Which is a good feeling. It's a good feeling of immersion. It makes every firefight intense. Your legs go stiff. Your eyes are staring at the screen. And most of you guys know I just got LASIK surgery, and I'm not really supposed to be playing games as much as I am, but I am anyway.
Are you fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
Want me to be fucking retarded?
But when I'm playing this game, I'm like staring at the screen so much it's giving me headaches because I'm so focused. I'm trying not to die. And I think that's a really cool immersion factor in this game. And I think they did an excellent job with the sound design, minus a few things here or there, and the intensity of the game. It all makes it very atmospheric and very immersive. And that's what it's about. In these games nowadays, I think they lack immersion. They lack that feeling of being in danger and feeling like you're actually in the environment. Like there are stakes, right? Like you have something to lose. Gameplay-wise, let's talk gameplay. This game is all about being tactical. This game is all about taking it slow. I think what separates this game from most Battle Royale-esque PvP type games is the fact that you have to be cautious. You can't run and gun. This isn't Apex Legends. This isn't Fortnite. This isn't PUBG. This isn't even Escape from Tarkov. It's its own beast. The bread and butter of this game is survival. So in this game, you need to use cover. You need to use your environment. You need to hide around corners and sometimes wait.
There he is. Gotcha, bitch. I knew it. I told you.
Because how it works is, when you get into a match with you, whether it's you, your co-op friend, I was playing with a co-op friend most of the time. I played a lot of solo as well. And the cool thing is that you can play solo or you can play with a friend, and it's just equally as fun each time. So there's just a little quick side note, but back to it.
Stay on target.
How this game works is when you get into a match, you drop in, right? It's you and your buddy, you spawn next to each other, or you solo, however you decide to play, and it brings up your map, and on the map, you can see different areas of interest. And there's about 4 to 6 maps around there. I don't remember exactly how many maps, but on this map, there are points of interest. There's the barred house, which the barred house is where the safe is, and how the safe works is when you get up to it and you unlock it, it'll notify everybody in the entire match that somebody is in the barred house unlocking the safe. Now you have to wait about 2-3 minutes, I believe, before the safe opens. So while you're doing that, you're hunkered down and you're like, oh my God, oh shit, somebody can come up to me and just pop me right now and take the safe. Contents, so it's very intense. There's also the radio tower. There's 2 different types of towers. There's a radio tower and I forgot the other name. But one of the towers, what it does is it points all the players out on your map so you can see where every single person in the match is for about 30 seconds. It pings them with a little red dot with like a little radar symbol so you can see. And then there's the other radio, which allows you to pick a new landing spot for the airdrop and then also see exactly where the airdrop's going to land. And how the airdrop works is at the end, near the end of every match, a drop hits the ground, like a plane swoops by, it drops an airdrop, and this airdrop has I think 2 or 3 different loot crates depending on what map you're on and depending how people gamble at the beginning of the match, which I'll get into in a second. And what that loot crate does is you grab it and then you escape. And once you escape, that loot crate gives you gun skins. It gives you cosmetics. It gives you blueprints to craft new guns and things like that, because that's how the progression works. Now, if you survive the match and you escape with all the loot that you have, my favorite part about this game is that you use these materials to upgrade your home base. And what your home base is used for is it's used for either generating more materials. You can generate the in-game currency, which is called crowns, which you use to gamble on a few things before the match, like getting better loot, getting a better loot crate, or buying yourself insurance like an Escape from Tarkov, where if you die, whatever contents you have on your body, you take out, you don't lose. And it's obviously the most expensive option, but you can also upgrade your crafting workbench, and that workbench is used for crafting different types of blueprints. And the higher the bench is, the overall higher and more quality blueprints you're going to get. Now, in order to continue to unlock the better blueprints and craft the higher workbenches, you have to upgrade every other upgrade in the skill tree surrounding it to bring your full base level up. And then obviously you can upgrade your crafting table based on how high your full base level is. So that was a really cool concept, and I like that it gives you incentive to really go out there and scrounge as much as you can without getting too greedy and getting shot in the face. Because I will tell you, it is heartbreaking when you get shot in the face after you have a full inventory of loot. It just crushes your soul, and I really like the fact that there's stakes involved.
Oh my god, this is intense.
You got this. You can do this. Upstairs.
Oh, is he coming?
Wait.
Alright, let me know when he's
aiming at
looting.
your door. It's aiming at your door. He knows you're there.
Fuck.
Don't stop this. Stay on the door. Nice.
Fuck! I got one of them. Damn.
Yep.
Ah,
Oh, jeez. You had a lot of stuff.
a lot of stuff, yeah.
Overall, I really enjoyed the gameplay. I love how intense it is. I love the feeling you get when you get a kill. It's very exhilarating. You feel like you earned every single kill that you get. Now, I will say one of my gripes is the aiming system is a little weird. For example, the pistol that you get when you first start out is kind of what like raised my eyebrows. When you get this pistol when you first start, you aim over the shoulder. And when you're aiming over the shoulder, the aim reticle is insane. It's huge. You can't hit shit. Like you have to click the right stick in while you're aiming with left trigger to go into first person mode. And even then, you got to account for bullet drop. You got to account for the extreme sensitivity of when he's breathing. So it's difficult to aim, but that makes each kill worth it. It makes each kill feel earned, which I really like. Overall, guys, my verdict for Vigor is I think it's probably one of my favorite games to come out in the last few months. Honestly, I'm really enjoying it. And even though it's a free game and it's probably not the best functioning, best looking game, there are some server crashes which are fucking annoying. But it's an intense game. It's just a really fun game to play, and it's addicting. You really, really want to get all the loot, and you want to get all your friends on there with you and drop with them and go and just get in these encounters. And it came out of nowhere, and that's what I really like about it. And like I said, there's nobody streaming it. There's nobody really talking about it. They announced it at the Gamescom, I think, opening night. They kind of grazed over it, saying this was the full release. The full release just came out. So I decided to check it out again. I hadn't checked it out in a while, and I was really pleasantly surprised. So Vigor, guys, on Xbox, I highly recommend you download it. I really think you'll enjoy it if you enjoy high-stakes survival-type games. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a comment if you guys maybe joined one of my streams and had a good time. Leave a comment if you enjoy the game or if you're thinking about checking it out. Let me know. Please like and share the video. It really helps the channel out. We're really trying to bring you guys some underground games that aren't super mainstream so we can give them more attention and hopefully you guys have more fun. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys on the next Talk Gaming.
Looks like we made it, boys. Successful extraction.